Hey guys, end of week recap here. So on the Wednesday I was doing some training with a friend, working on his form, working on progressing his deadlift. So I did mine and my rehab, worked up to 175 kilos, just did double overhand. I did a couple of sets of 6 to 8 double overhand at 160 before that too. So my core is healing quite nicely. I'm able to slowly brace more and load it and actually feel a lot more comfortable in movements. But after that, Thursday, Friday was once again reduced abdominal pressure days. So like trying to do exercises don't require too much stabilization, so a lot of machine work and just what felt comfortable in general. Thursday I did a bit of back and legs, mostly just because I had shoulders worked on and I couldn't do my press like I normally do. So I did a couple of variations of like a landmine row and some bent over row variations. Just that way I could isolate, still bring a tiny bit of core in, not too much, and I'm not then having to put my stomach up against a lot of the back exercises for rows where you actually have to lean on it, and I wasn't having to take a full barbell weight either. So after this, I went into some leg extension. So what I did was one back, one leg, one back, one leg. So I then did about 6 sets of this, worked up to about 110, 115 kilos if I remember correctly on the day. Just nice and controlled, just getting that leg power back. I was meant to do lunges. I broke my toe on Tuesday. A very minor break, it's just on the joint though, so lunging is not comfortable. Though I am incorporating squats again slowly, so that should be able to make up for that. And then once my toe is better, lunges will come back in as a supplementary exercise. After this, did some light pull down and did a couple of other things to assist in weakness areas that I don't want to lag or go behind in any regard. I want to be able to push them forward. So did some lat pull down, then to some hamstring curls and a couple of other exercises. So because I had the shoulder flare up before I had my gallbladder surgery, I want to try and rehab it as much as possible before I go back into bench, squat and deadlift for like heavy reps, heavy sets. And because it is starting to flare up a bit as the weight's going up, I am going to keep doing certain exercises that you'll see on the final day on Friday and on Thursday, where I've been doing a little bit more arms, and started adding in some medial delt movement accessories. Now, what I noticed was I can tend to lack, like some powerlifters, the focus point of something like a medial or rear delt only exercises, or if I do it, it's obviously not enough. So for this, I did a 3-section lateral raise. So what I did this on 2 different machines. I start off at the bottom, go right up to the top past the normal range of motion. Now I'm then increasing the range of motion in my shoulder, learning to abduct and adduct in better movements as well. So I'm doing some adduction movement focus as well, along with abduction. After this, I then stop at the top, so past full range of motion, where it is then going to bring in more traps. And then I go down to an increment of where it would have stopped if it was just focusing on that sort of medial delt head. Then all the way back down, and then I go back through that again. So I have the 3 pauses. So I have a little pause, then a full pause lockout, and then another middle pause. After this, did some press with just a plate loaded machine. I did sets of like 20 to 30, just 2 plates aside because I didn't want to inflame it too much, and it was just something that sort of was getting the blood pumping. After that, did some arms, some more legs, really trying to work these legs in so when I get back in, especially to the squat side of things, I'm not having too much of a flare up my knee. It feels strong, and that's what I'm mostly looking forward to. So within about 2 weeks, I will be able to start loading up a lot heavier, hoping to be back at 300 kilos or 320 kilo deadlift shortly after the new year, and then hopefully towards the end of January in those mid-3s, maybe even high 3s if I can get to it, just depending. I don't want to rush it because my comp's not till April. So let's see if we can get some crazy numbers, get a 200 kilo bench, see how squat goes with the knee, and let's see if we can get some mad deadlift numbers, see if we can get over that 800 pounds in comp for every lift. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. If you have any questions, just leave in the comments below, and like, subscribe and share.